Hello, my name is Ryan, and I've been attending Kingstowne Communion since last year. Shortly after joining the church, I began serving on the leadership team. And as of this July, I now have the gift of serving you as Kingstowne's lay leader.
Hi, my name is Renee, and I've been attending Kingstowne for the past 2 years and currently serve over Care and Connection on the leadership team.
A little over a year ago, the news wasn't great. A few of our most generous donors had moved away, and around the same time we were returning to weekly in-person worship services, and we soon faced a significant budget shortfall. But because of your commitment to Kingstowne, we quickly turned that around. This year, that $30,000 to $40,000 gap does not exist, and we consistently cover our basic organizational expenses. Your increased giving provided that stability and supported us through our first year as a fully chartered United Methodist Church.
At the beginning of last year, our financial reserve had grown to cover 3 months of expenses, but by the middle of the year, it had fallen to just 6 weeks of coverage as we were using it to fill in the funding gaps. This year, our reserve remains untouched, and it was your additional financial commitment that has helped us maintain our fiscally responsible buffer.
Last year, we risked losing our ability to afford in-person gathering spaces, a capability we felt was crucial for our spiritual lives after multiple years of not having it. And this year, we have fully returned to our weekly rhythm of worship at Hayfield, with the whole community of faithful volunteers making it happen. Your added monetary support increased our ability to worship and connect and grow.
Last year, we were facing the inability to support existing community partnerships with Knowles and Hayfield, Woodlawn Press, and Rising Hope. This year, we grew in our ministries with those same partners, with many new ways to collaborate this fall, and begin new partnerships with Chalkboard Wings and Barbecue and Provision Kitchen. Again, your amplified giving made our collaborations stronger.
So now we are out of survival mode and beginning to thrive. But this means it's time to take the next step. In the coming year, we want to build a foundation for longer-term sustainability and community impact. We want to invest in the most important thing at Kingstowne, our people. And we also want to expand our ministries so we can better set the table for people in need of our support, further nourish the spiritual lives of our current members, and increasingly develop new community partnerships.
For these reasons, as a leadership team, we are proposing that our annual congregational giving revenue goal increase to just under $211,000 for 2024, which is about a 10% increase from 2023. But as we present this new goal to you, we also make some promises for 2024. First, membership growth will be a strategic priority this year. And second, we will use our newly secured 501c3 status as an incorporated church to aggressively seek out additional grant funding for enhanced and emerging ministry.
But like Renee said, we still believe that a 10% increase in congregational giving is important for this upcoming year so that as a church, we can continue living lean, loving large, but lacking in nothing. And we believe a 10% increase in congregational giving will help us accomplish 3 main goals this year.
First, it will allow us to expand the reach of our community's core values, to gather people into communion with Jesus Christ through courageous conversations, creative community, and collaborations for the common good. Increased conversations, creativity, and collaboration are precisely the true markers of a church that is living lean, yet thriving. And research shows that new churches that successfully reach a stabilized maturity, even ones committed to not holding a mortgage like ours, increase their budgets by about 10% annually for the first 10 to 12 years to reach this maturity.
Second, a 10% increase in congregational giving will finally allow us to accomplish a long-time goal of our church, to be able to give away 10% of our operating budget each year to our community, no strings attached. By loving large through our ministries of service and justice, community engagement, outreach, and collaboration for the common good, we anticipate approximately giving $25,000 this year.
And finally, a 10% increase in congregational giving will enable us to responsibly steward Kingstowne's human resources, most significantly the equitable compensation of our pastor. In our efforts over the last 7 years to build something new, every year adding crucial people, programs, and processes to our ministry, Kingstowne has actually fallen behind comparable churches in staff compensation, especially as it relates to Pastor Michelle's full compensation. Though we currently pay the allowable pastoral minimum, comparable churches led by pastors with much less experience and many fewer credentials pay their pastors much more. Currently, Pastor Michelle is making 18 to 20% less than her clergy colleagues of similar experience and credentialing. This is not just an unfortunate reality, it's also a justice issue.
In addition, during the pandemic, our staff ensured the church's survival by deferring raises and personally assuming some of the church's operational costs. This was generous and crucial in such a vulnerable time, but as you know, it's not sustainable or accountable for the long haul. Our current staff compensation does not recognize the effort, skill, and worth of our staff. It definitely does not ensure retention, support strong succession planning, or make it possible to find talented, well-suited individuals to meet our needs in the future.
And so, with the proposed increased revenue, we intend to address a few things. First, make whole our pastor's compensation package by increasing it by roughly 18%. Second, move all organizational staff from hourly to salaried contracts with corresponding wage adjustments. And third, increase hourly wages of nursery workers based on minimum wage increases. All of this is necessary if we want to be a church lacking in nothing.
Of course, if every one of us stepped up in the same way, increasing our giving by 10%, we would have no problem reaching this goal. But we know that life doesn't work that way. Some of us give until it hurts already, and we respect that. While some can give more, and even still others have the capacity to give far beyond what is being asked.
And so, as you consider these priorities and discern how God is leading you to contribute, remember to account for the transient nature of this area and our membership, as well as the countercultural yet crucial nature of Christian community. If you call this church home, or if you have been nurtured, compelled, or empowered by its message, its ministry, its mission, even if you just tune in online, we ask that you would give regularly, wholeheartedly, and apportionately from what God has given you.
Give regularly, because there's accountability in that. And all of us are in need of that kind of discipline that has the power to shape our lives and our faith. Give wholeheartedly, not as an afterthought, but intentionally and sacrificially out of your gratitude for God's grace in your life and how this church has helped you ground you in it. And give apportionately, which really just means give accordingly to what you have. Responsibly give based on what God has given you. And for those of us who feel called to lend support in a much larger way, just imagine the impact that could have on our church, on the community, and perhaps even on our personal lives.
That's why, with a strong desire for our church to reach full maturity, my family has decided to respond by increasing our pledge yet again.
And after reviewing the numbers, our family has also taken a hard look at what Kingstowne means to us and what that should mean for our giving. And we too are committed to increasing our financial investment in our church home, a community that means so much to us and our faith.
I can't wait to see our church thrive this new year. For more information and all materials related to our Lacking Nothing Stewardship campaign, including a letter from Pastor Michelle and a virtual pledge card where you can make your commitment by the end of October, visit kingstownecommunion.net/lackingnothing.
And if you have any questions or concerns, the Kingstowne leadership team welcomes them. You can email leadership@kingstownecommunion.net. We also really encourage you to join us in worship on Sunday, October 1st, as we celebrate the Kingstowne Communion's 7th birthday, followed by lunch and our annual State of the Church Town Hall, where you can hear more and ask all of your questions.
Thank you. Organizational staff from hourly to we are proposing that our annual congressional giving revenue goal increase to just under $211,000 for 2024, which is about a 10% increase from 2023.
Babe,
Did I mess up?
You said our congressional giving goal. And I agree with paying taxes, but render unto Caesar what is Caesar.
And I started giggling because I imagine you having to overdub congregational.
Don't apologize to me. AI, come on.
Well, free AI is just not what it used to be.